think Kezu was highlighting on it a lot. Like picking the Slark into like Lesh and Void, heroes that can be seen as like this like counter, right? Versus the Slark. You can itemize on Slark to deal with them with like the Mage Slayer and the Shard, but interesting to see how Ooredoo just puts it out there, and interesting to see how D2 Hustlers just third pick a Void. You know, that's not something I think we see too often.
I know, they just felt comfortable with it. You know, I was thinking about it at the end too. We're going to maybe have to watch to see if there are any fights going on. TA2000 stepping up on the high ground here. But it's a really interesting match, right? Because we basically have 5 teams that are all competing for a tops 2 spots to get into Div 1. 2 of them are in this match right now. Both of these teams really wanting to win. And then they go for something as bold as a third Void. I mean, their lineup was already well set up for it. The panel was really praising this idea of like a Leshrac and the supporting hero that Angel's going to be playing on this Omni Night. So I like what the Hustlers are doing at the very least, but the panel did say that they need to play fast. Do you kind of agree with that idea?
Absolutely. I prefer Ooredoos quite a bit, even though they have like this, you know, Slark into maybe some type of counters. I think this team has proved multiple times that when they have Noob on something that's tempo setting, like a bat, he's able to just control and dictate pace of the game incredibly. So I'm going to be looking at Noob on the side of Ooredoo to kind of make sure that the game is good for TA2000. And on the side of Hustlers, for me at least, I feel like a lot of pressure is going to be on Devi because he's the only real setup for his team to land these type of like arrows and all these type of plays. So if the Mars' game maybe gets slows down, I could see them run into some issues.
Well, we'll see if the Llama Man can get it done. You know, I will say he has one of the more interesting play styles that I feel like I've ever seen, where there's moments where he's just like, all right, I'm going in, and he just dives. Like, yeah. I've seen him blink high ground into no vision, and sometimes it wins him the game. I haven't seen him lose at the game yet, but that could be something to watch for with these Mars. If he gets an early blink dagger, trying to make some big plays, finding these heroes out.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because we literally had the game the other day where he was playing Centaur, and he was, like, blind blinking into 3 and getting 3-man stomps, and we're like, wait, what the hell? He had no vision. So, I mean, yeah, Devi, very interesting, the type of player like that. Looking at mid, Lesh has 7 denies.
Oh.
That's almost every creep, at least in the first, almost every single one in the first 2 waves. So, Noob, going to be a bit of a slower start.
Living up to his name right now. Just kidding, just kidding. No flame. I'm sorry. Please don't roast me, everybody. But yeah, he's having a good time on Mirage there, and has the stick charges ready to go too. I think his bottle's coming on out. Oh wait, no, he didn't go bottle. Right, of course.
He's versus bat. Yeah, he just does the boot stick thing. Yeah, he's doing a great job. Like, he gets a couple connection stuns. He's preventing Noob from getting. I mean, that's a lot of denies. He's gonna have almost like a full level, and if he's able to keep it up like this, pretty huge. So lanes right now looking really good for the side of Hustlers.
Yeah, getting everything that they want and trying to find himself another deny here. Does manage to get it. Back mid, we were watching that one, but TA2000 getting somewhat low down bottom. So yeah, all of these lanes very much going right now into the favor of the Hustlers.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Alex is just literally just trading. You know, this is like the best thing you can do as a Mirano. You're versus Phoenix. You out-trade really effectively versus Slark. They can't actually do much to Alex or to Devi Llama at the moment. So yeah, Devi was mentioning how he needs to have this kind of good start. Right now, looking like it.
Getting off to a hot start, and the other hero that you mentioned is not really getting there. Is up top. Maybe some more action onto Angel. Get some good damage onto him, but will be able to just reset afterwards. So no real issue there. But does have the danger, obviously, of Omar playing on the Snapfire. A bunch of big newts. Maybe when they hit level 3, they can try and make something happen on that snap.
Yeah. Constantly going to be able to pose some type of kill threat, but it's a slower start than expected. You know, I've seen this matchup quite a bit of times. It's like sometimes it takes a little bit for the bat to get on his way, but 17 and 10. Mirage to 6 and 1. Alrighty.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, and
he just got some like just really good denies.
I guess the thing to me is, you know, you talked about Batrider needing to be the one that sets the tempo. When he gets levels, he's obviously going to be able to do that, as Shad is being brought somewhat low up top. Will look to be perfectly okay, but they don't have any regen right now. No tangos between either of them.
Uh-oh. And yeah, look, for Noob, like you were mentioning, like his slow start, he is also playing versus Omni Knight, right? Okay. So the lasso can be problematic. Time dilation as well can be problematic. So yeah, Noob, maybe he'll have a tougher time than I didn't expect it to go this way in the mid lane, so maybe it will actually compound something, because it is pretty significant. It's actually, what, like 400 gold difference between the two of them almost.
And levels, those, I mean, level 6 for Bat, obviously the bigger one, trying to either get kills on Mirage if these heroes that rotate or go sideline. But definitely, well, down bottom, he talked about the trading potential from Alex. He gets the kill on a Kaori. So the bring down all 3 lanes being won right now. And mid lane, trying to go for the all-in. Mirage is going to drop. Noob will go down. Alex, don't think he quite got in time for the XP.
I think he was right at the end of it. I think he missed it. I have to check. I don't think his level went up. Doesn't look like it, no. Very close. A great play. So the Bat, not only that, he bought a sentry ward for himself because he knew where the mid ward was from when they placed the initial one. So he's actually completely fixed the lane. Just kind of off of that. He's still 400 behind, but he will hit 6 first now. So he has constant kill threat onto this Lesh.
Well, much needed, much appreciated, I'm sure, being able to find that solo kill there. Very well done. And Alex now also needs to use that leap to get away. Is up top, Angel in trouble. Malefice out. Oh, the Heavenly Grace, not enough to keep him alive. So a little bit of counterplay coming out now from the OT lineup.
Mm-hmm. And Mirage, it looks like he's actually just going to go to jungle for a moment here while he finishes up 6. And Noob now has 6, so has to be careful of the constant kill threat onto him too on this Lesh. If he does get a couple stacks and knocked back. Power Rune, 15 seconds. That was bottom.
That leash ended up connecting somehow. Devi Llama going to get slowed, in some trouble. No save for him. And Alex can't really do anything to hurt. He could maybe go for a Starstorm play. Going to try and go for the snipe. Oh,
raindrop.
But the raindrops keeping him alive.
Nice play there from TA2000. Gets him kind of caught back up inside of this lane.
Even forcing Alex to use the last of his leap charges. So yeah, we're pairing together with TA2000 to make the lane recovery happen a little bit. And for everybody out there, again, the key thing with this, if you want to see like a 5-way tiebreaker, some crazy iteration, D2 Hustlers would be the team that would probably winning make the most craziness happen. But certainly right now, OT making a solid showing of themselves.
Yeah. They don't get a kill rune on Noob here on that 6 minutes. It's just going to be a regen, so just kind of like maybe a farming one, but he's going to make the move anyway. Devi stepped up a bit far.
And we'll get caught by that flame break pushback. No way to save this one on Alex. Tried to go for an arrow, but they're just going to use the lasso.
Oh, that's a huge kill, though. Devi just TP'd back bottom not too long ago, so even when he respawns, it's like a 15-second cooldown for him. Big kill, and now Slark's going to be able to just finish up the level 6 and be just fine in the bottom lane. So big moves there from Noob. Even though the lane, last hits didn't go in his favor, this man's a killer.
True. Made that move in mid and then makes the rotation off the back of that level 6 to find himself another one. Mirage mid, not easy to go onto him without the lasso, but need to be careful because Omar could make a move with the cookie, and that's an easy setup onto the Lesh.
Mm-hmm. Back to farming. How's the Enigma doing with the denies at the least? I mean, 19, it's always going to add up versus Shad. Yeah, it looks like Shad's actually going to hit level 6 after the Slark. So, just because of those Enigma denies, even though he's had a free lane, TA2000 is going to be left alone bottom, get Shadow Dance available, and be able to sustain himself bottom. So now Kaori maybe has the map opened up a little bit where he can start rotating around, maybe securing some runes. And it's an Arcane rune bottom. Alex might have to give his life for it.
Yeah, that one hurts. But does at least deny that away from Noob. Still at a free full bottle on the Bat Rider. But he's going to take that to go right into stacks. And my eyes didn't deceive me. I think I saw some over in the Radiant Triangle as well. So they're building up a lot of stacks for these heroes to sort of return back to eventually.
Yeah, massive one. It's spotted by Angel. He might make the call, just tell Mirage to come there immediately. Yeah, he's going to do it right now. I think they have to. If they're going to try to contest this and do it, they have to do it right now or it's going to get taken. Noob's going to spot it. Are they going to make rotations over? It's going to die quick.
Yeah, he's trying to make a move, and no, it doesn't look like anybody's going to get there to soak up any XP. So Mirage comes in, steals away the stack. That is really nice, and gives them a couple of those neutral items as well.
Really nicely done. Good scout there from Angel. Scout comes out. I mean, scan comes out, but they see them with the ward anyway, so a bit of a wasted scan as it's fully cleared. Big deal, this Lesh now, top of net worth. But we've seen the Bat completely recover. Noob, as we mentioned. Slark having a free time bottom, and Enigma now starting to actually kind of force Shad away from the lane a little bit too. So Ooredoo looking good after this laning phase. That took him a moment.
Well, you can see, use the spear down bottom. TA2000 gonna be fine. Does have chrono when he comes out of it. Might not even need it as the arrow is out in the rotation. Mirage finds the kill, so no chrono needed there. And the spear, it connects to Vi. Just throws it off into the trees. Knew that he was
Alex.
gonna find his target.
Oh,
beautiful.
Okay, Alex will be okay too. Nicely done. Yeah, great play from Devi. Just immediately catches the Slark inside the ult and he can't get away. And now Mirage, not gonna be able to get the tower with the Edict because of the glyph, but we'll be able to continue pressuring. Good move, but on the other side, OT's doing the same thing.
Yeah, knew that that was going to be the avenue that they looked for there. You can see the spam out of the Eidolons, and Hustlers will stick around to ensure that the tower goes down. Not sure if they're going to come and try and rotate to defend top. Wader's still up here, but it looks like that one might just be given away for free.
They
So
used a lot
yeah,
of
they're going
TPs.
to opt to farm.
Yeah, I mean, what? How many people? Like 2 or 3 TPs bottom, right? So yeah, if they can't put a Lash top, not going to be able to go for it. So tower trade. They're going to arrow the catapult in mid lane too to stop any type of pressure. Nicely done from Alex.
Well, so far, so good. Things looking very even amongst the top net worth heroes right now. Only 1,000 gold separating the Mars from the Lesh. And if he can get to that Blink Dagger pretty quickly, that will be a nice timing for Devi to play around. Does have Arena ready. Just going to drop it. Kaori right on top of him. And they're going to find and kill off the bird.
This is going to be, looks like it should be good timing. I mean, they need this Blink on the Mars to have this, to kind of make plays. He is the only real playmaker as, whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Feels like a lot of teams have some beef with Ooredoo. We saw the other day, what, Manaspa said, like, get humbled or whatever it was or something like that. Like, what the heck's going on? Alrighty.
Oh, I mean, you know, Dota's a passionate game full of passionate people. And I think passionate is the right word there.
We'll go with that one. That's a nice word.
Yeah. Tier 1 tower took some damage from Mirage. 3 points in the Edict, just hiding off in the trees.
He's going to finish it off. He's going to just sneak into the tree line and do it again. Yep, down it goes. Good plays there. And that's pretty much the Bloodstone going to be done. Really good item timing. This Lash, I mean, Mirage, really impressing this game.
So we said that the 2 heroes that kind of needed to get themselves right and be in a good position were Noob, who's top of the net worth, and then the Mars, who's about to finish the Blink Dagger. So it feels like both teams, after a little bit of a rough start, have kind of recovered and are now in like a decent way towards fulfilling their objectives. Where do you see this next couple of minutes going for this game?
I think Ooredoo just still can like sit back and farm. I think they're pretty happy, even though the lanes weren't like perfect or anything like that. Like they've got this, you know, the Slark being able to farm. They always have this Enigma that's going to be tough to deal with as the game goes on too. Like eventually, there's only going to be a chrono to stop like a BKB black hole. So, I feel like for them, they're still kind of fine and content with the way that the game state's going. But I also don't think that Hustler's too fussed about anything because Shad is still farming very well, and he's always got that chrono lockdown versus Slark.
Does he decide to go for it? They're going to pop the egg. That was never going to work. Okay. There. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, on that one, for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a couple tips after that guy.
Yeah.
So, still, I mean, that's a Phoenix getting some pretty good farm and pushing out that bottom lane. Gets level 6, but the kill, obviously, you hate to see it, and of course, using the egg. We'll see what Hustlers want to do with this, if maybe there's some more emphasis on trying to pressure down bottom, but they haven't had to use Chrono this entire game.
No, I think right now they ideally want to start to use Devi's Blink Dagger, start getting these arena arrow combos going, start getting these catches if people are split up. But they have to be careful that it's not like this full committed team fight into Enigma, into Snap and everything too. TA2000,
they got him right away, but able to get it off after. The arrow comes out, connects onto the Bat Rider. Devi Llama's in pretty far, and Shad nowhere to be found. So they're actually in way too deep. Mass rotations come out, and they kill off Devi Llama.
Have to be careful of the overcommitment. Noob still has Lasso available too, and he's going to get a really nice rune in Arcane. Even opting now, Weeder, he's just deciding to itemize versus mostly like the lash and just, I mean, most of the damage really on Hustlers early is going to be magical. So this pipe will be very effective early game if they're grouped around him.
Yeah, that's so nice for them to get this early on. And I could imagine a world where that play that they make even could go better if like Faceless Void's right next to him for a Chrono or something. But the damage into Chrono is sort of a little bit awkward right now unless they're right on the edge for the Lesh to be on top of them.
Yeah, or unless you Chrono your Lesh, right? And you just have him in the midst of everything. It might be something Shad's going to have to do at some points, but we'll see if he ends up finding opportunities. His rotation's bottom. They have a good deep ward, so they see this Phoenix and they see the bat. All right, they just go for it again.
Why not? Arrow in to finish it off with Shad, and yeah, they commit the Chrono, get the kill. Gonna kick that Phoenix out of there.
They don't tip him, though. Not this time.
Oh,
he didn't
they're out of
this
tips.
time. They might be.
Well, nonetheless, 6-7 at 15 minutes in and less than 1,000 gold separating the two teams. No big, like, game-deciding move has really happened yet. Feels like it's very much just the trade off the farm style of slow play that we've been expecting.
Yeah. I mean, this game could be a pretty long one, I would say, right? Between, like, the two big ultimates, or the, like, 3-4 big ultimates that we do have between Phoenix, Black Hole, Chrono, etc. So, I mean, Kaori again. This ward is still alive, and they see him.
It's interesting. Esports Bet.io odds changed as he showed up on the tree line right there. But very, very even between these two teams. And now a Moonlight Shadow, a chase down, and a kill onto Angel. So support's dying on both sides of the map. Obviously, Kaori able to get away that time. As Shad has popped the Mask of Madness, and now goes for the jump in.
Now
Pops
there's an egg,
the Supernova again. Okay, Shad's out of there. But some pretty good harassment damage done. Yeah, now he gives the tip back.
I'm fine. That egg's fine. You know, that one's pretty good. Because you put the Void really low, you clear the wave out and everything too. So, yeah, pretty nice. And now they still have vision too. They still have this ward bottom. So Shad, he should be fine. Actually, Noob doesn't have lasso, so should be kind of okay down here. But it looks like they're just having Phoenix occupy bottom. Slark just farming triangle. And they seem pretty happy with the game state like this. Even if Kaori dies, I don't think that they mind too much. Noob is under vision right now, though. So Alex.
Yeah.
Trying to go for him with Divide, but can't quite just yet.
It's weird because there's so much vision down here. They saw Divide Llama come down too. And so you kind of have like both teams playing around each other's movements, and it's just resulting in nobody getting caught.
Mid lane Noob. This is a huge pick if they get it. He will have BKB right after this wave. Divide finds him.
Jumps in, finds him, looks for the spear, pushback, connects. That is the kill that they needed. And Loiter moves in, Black Hole down, but with the Heavenly Grace and Bloodstone being back up in a second, I think Mirage is fine with this. In fact, looks for the turn, pops the Bloodstone, and is just going to run away. So a great win for the Hustlers there.
Massive. Like the perfect timing to get the jump from Divide. Like he's literally finishing his BKB there. Almost gets saved from Pipe, but not quite. There's now Kaori.
Finds him. Chase. Divide Llama wants to finish him off. Goes for the dive away. Shad thinking about chasing here. And will just find Kaori. Tries to get out of the map. The arrow not quite going to connect. He's still sticking around, though, because he does not have a TP. So they bring 4. They kill off the Phoenix. And, well, again, these little sort of ticky-tack kills not amounting to that much. The bigger one was that bat, but he's almost got his BKB done now anyways.
Yeah, but it does give them, like, they got these deep wards during that, though, right? Like, they got this kill mid, and look at Angel. He placed a ward down below the tier 2 bottom, so they can see these moves coming before Ooredoo's when they're setting up and everything, so Divide can read the move and set himself up perfectly as the Mars. So far, the Hustlers, they're making really quick moves, and Ooredoo don't seem as prepared. 2K lead now for them. And they have Chrono available, so they are ready to fight. They also have their arena. And that deep ward, look at this. Kaori already spotted.
And they're going to use it just to find that spear. The arrow comes in after. And they find and bring down that Phoenix. And now, with everybody nearby, this could be a pretty easy push onto the tier 2 tower.
The Glyph is down. Edict is back up in 2. Yeah, it's dead.
Huge.
Hustlers. Really nicely played these last 5 minutes or so. As, I mean, Ooredoo, it just really just feels like they're just looking to play more of a farm game, try to maybe get some pickoffs with the new bat now that he has BKB, but yeah, it looks like they're fine. They're content with just taking it to later stages. Mage Slayer plus Ags when TA 2000, that's when he probably feels like he can fight. And for Weeder, Blink BKB. You know, there's only a chrono to cancel BKB black holes at some point, so they're looking to just farm a lot more, but they're getting punished.
True. Yeah. Well, and you could see there with sort of the win probability very much into the favor of the D2 Hustlers right now. But I think that's dependent upon them continuing to keep up this aggression. Courier will get that D ward there. And maybe Ooredoo are going to take that moment around the inevitable Roche fight, and that's going to be where they try and turn things around. But they might have their items and be incredibly strong at that point. You know, you can see the BKB being completed by Shad, trying to finish that one off for the Lesh too. He's one component away from Raj. If they get into those items, it's going to be incredibly hard to bring them down, with an Omni Knight behind them particularly.
Yeah, how the hell will you kill Mirage? With BKB and an Omni, like they don't have the damage unless they somehow isolate him completely. Probably going to just have to wait, I guess, for like the bat blink so that he can get jump, pull, and then Lash completely out of position so his team can all isolate and focus him. But yeah, like you said, Hustlers, they looks like they're probably going to get all three of these items at the same time, triple BKBs, and then play around Roche. So yeah, for Ooredoo, even though they're getting the farm and they seem content with getting the farm, I think Hustlers is a lot happier.
Right. Well, down bottom, the Phoenix has continued to try and annoy Shad, and has done a pretty good job of it, trying to get into the Spirit Vessel next. You can see, though, that Ooredoo, they have an idea in their head of where they know this fight is going to be taken eventually. They have great vision around that Roche pit, as Phoenix will continue to harass Shad here. But yeah, they're trying to set up for it so that way they don't give it away for free. And yeah, Shad, every time he pops Max of Madness, look at the damage. Just jumps in, forces out the die. This has got to be so frustrating to play against.
They have killed him 7 times, though.
That's so fair.
He has given a lot of gold, but yeah, I mean, he's definitely being annoying as hell to Shad, that's for sure. And yeah, Ooredoo, I mean, up top, they finally find an opening.
Onto Divine Llama. Alex makes the move. Noob there too, but he's Moonlight Shadowed and they don't have dust. Oof. Chrono down bottom and just decides to kill him. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I guess that it is 400 gold for killing that Phoenix. That's pretty significant.
It's like a half a level or more as well, too, every single time. Like I think Shad will take that every day.
Wow.
As like usually, like sometimes, like now, if you were on Ooredoo and you had a better lineup to do so, this would be like, hey, Chrono's down, let's try for Roche. But they don't have the lineup to do Roche. D2 Hustlers is ready to battle. They might even be able to catch Noob if he's not quick with his BKB.
Needs to be careful. Spear, it connects. The arrow needs to get into position, finds it. And the follow-up is there. Noob goes down. That was even a BKB charge used.
Oh, beautifully done from Hustlers. Alex with the little jump and arrow gets the chain stun, and now they're the ones who actually can get the Roche even without Chrono, because Ooredoo, Noob shows his face. This game is starting to get pretty out of control, it feels like. Ooredoo.
Kaori wants to move over, see if he can make some type of a play here. They have heroes that can get into the pit. They maybe could make a move. The black hole is available with Blink ready, so need to be really careful about their positioning on Hustlers. And in fact, Divine Llama finds one. They have BKBs waiting on it, trying to hold off as long as possible. Finally pops it there. And now, does he want to run in? I mean, Divine Llama's still very low. Black hole is huge if they want to find him. Jump in, but they catch. Oh, and the supernova down, but they're going to jump forward, and the stun is out. Alec just needs to run away. They find Divine Llama. The Mars will die, but the rest of Hustlers looking to escape, and we'll see if OT can chase in any further. Leap away, tries to get out of there. But the cores look like they will escape after losing Devi.
Still well worth it there, Hustlers. Get the Roche, get away, lose Devi, but not a big deal. As Mirage continues to get this big scaling, and I mean, yeah, they're looking really good. And now Chrono's going to be back up in 20 seconds too, so they can look to still battle. Ooredoo still not having the great ways of initiating these team fights as we've seen. Now they have Noob with the Blink Dagger. So perhaps now they're actually able to make more of aggressive moves, because it does feel like they've been on a much more passive style, and it's just been Kaori dying and dying and dying over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, this has been the moment that they've been waiting for, because like you said, there hasn't been any real effort by anybody else to do anything in this game. It has literally been him dying 8 of the 13 times. And, well, we'll see if Hustlers want to sort of step to that aggression too, because they still have this triple BKB timing.
All 3 have Aeon, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yep, does feel like they should. I feel like they should just look to fight right now. Right now it's sitting back and farming a little bit, maybe waiting for a smoke to come out or something, but or maybe they have none left. I actually think they have none left. So maybe a bit hard for them to actually just force an issue there.
Yeah, although I guess sitting behind Mirage isn't a terrible idea for it. But Moonlight Shadow could be pretty nice. Noob already running away. Kaori hanging out down here.
Uh-oh. Is it another Kaori kill?
I mean,
Shad's like, I'll do it.
Be.
Shad's like, I'll do it if I see you.
Now, the Bat Rider is here. I mean, it's a ton of damage out with the Sunray. Arrow.
Alex is here.
Alex? Hello? Jump in. Wanted to find one. And now, the rundown. Noob realizes the danger, but does manage to escape, it looks like. And
he caught him.
That chrono.
He doesn't know,
on the outside. Oh, you're right. He didn't know that he caught him, though. Now they know. I didn't even realize that. He's, I mean, out of the map, but still managed to be chronoed.
Alrighty. Nicely done. I mean, again and again and again. How many chronos for Phoenixes has it been? I mean, what, like 4 or something? 5? I don't even know. Either way.
Something like that.
Shad will take it.
Well, they are going to continue to get further and further ahead. Ooredoo at least is getting some pretty good farm out on the map.
Yep.
It does feel like.
Yeah, I mean, if Chrono's always going to be committed on the Phoenix, too, that's maybe where they can actually get Shad, and that sort of Slark's going to be able to run rampant. If there's no Chrono, this Slark could actually do an insane amount of work. Yes, there's a Lesh that can be a little annoying, but he has Mage Slayer, so it's going to help a lot. As they're seeing Shad move. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
hello.
And he jumps in aggressively. The lasso is there immediately. Can they bring him down, though? He pops the BKB, time walks away, and no, they can't do anything, in fact. So
nicely done,
even when they find him. But BKB down now along with Chrono, and you can see how confident TA2000 feels. He also has his BKB coming out right now.
Okay. So yeah, less concerns, more continue to be there for the Lesh. He gets this type of itemization. Top, Mirage, he's got the Vi next to him. He should be fine as TA2000 just going for solo plays.
Does have Greaves, though, and Heavenly Grace, everything else. The second round of Leash, but he's living through it. And now TA2000 gets caught for a moment. Shad nearby, no Chronos still. But with the rest of them moving into position, Mirage is there. Black hole, it connects onto everybody. But the damage, will it be enough? Almost able to live through that, but eventually they do bring down that Lesh. Shad 30 seconds on Chrono. Mirage, they run in with Shad, trying to take this fight that much further. With no Omni around, but a great arrow connects onto Noob. Mirage still living through this one. Can he live? Tries to dodge the damage. It's not going to be out. So they kill off 3, 4 if you count the Aegis. A great fight for Ooredoo.
Look at the Slark stacks. He had 39 Essence Shift stacks, just kept building it up. His team comes in, heals him up a little bit. The mech, the pipe, etc. keeps him alive at what? I think he's like sub 15% HP for a lot of the fight, but he's able to stick his ground. Egg Black Hole comes out. Everything hits in unison. Huge fight.
And you know, I'm going to hazard a guess, Fogged, that Chrono won't be used solo on a Phoenix, but might get used solo on TA2000 if he's not careful. And in fact, there's another one, but the Sunray is there immediately to heal up. Stun afterwards, out. Shad trying to kill. They take down one. Can they take down any more? TA2000 still 33 stacks. Looking for a fight. Devi Llama trying to create some separation. Angel there as well. Pounce back off cooldown in 2 seconds. Lesh, he's a couple seconds away from respawning, and that spear forces back OT.
He's Sunrays. Great positioning, Kaori, even though he's got the 9 deaths, doing his job nicely. Keeps his Slark alive. And I think during the mess of the team fight, actually, the courier with the BKB from the Slark did die. So I was like waiting to see when he delivered it. So still about a minute when he doesn't have it. But either way, Ooredoo feeling quite confident with the way that they're making these plays. Chrono on cooldown now as well. Still looking to play aggro. Noob has a haste rune. This could catch people off guard.
And you can see the, again, sort of confidence that TA2000 is playing with. On this Slark, he's gotten everything he needs. The scan comes out, he immediately runs away, leaves a couple half-empty camps. And this net worth lead, it's starting to get brought down a little bit.
Yeah, and this guy is actually just so good at identifying in a lot of these team fights how to play, because I think in a couple of them, some of these Slarks may have died, like some of these players, but he played it so well with how he jumps out, resets, waits for the opportunity to come back in with his shadow dance and stuff like that. Yeah, really well played right now on TA2000, as we've come to expect. And now, there's a BKB on Enigma. So we saw a beautiful black hole before with just a blink. Now it's like there's only Chronosphere to stop this BKB black hole.
Right. Well, there is that other thing that, you know, we mentioned a little bit, the idea of Leshrac just getting chronoed. And it does feel like they kind of need the Slark to be hitting him constantly if he's black holed, or I guess some of these other damage of BKB pops. There's a lot of questions about it, but I guess the thing I was trying to say is, like, it feels like it could be not the worst thing in the world if Lesh gets, you know, chronoed and he's got Bloodstone going.
Yeah, I mean, it might be some weird chrono plays that do have to happen. But yeah, I think this Enigma, I think now, like Ooredoo, they've hit a huge timing where this could just completely ruin everything. Because now you could see the Void. He might use a chrono on a Slark, and then there's an opportunity for a huge black hole that he can pick and choose on anyone.
True.
So let's see how the fight does happen. As Alex,
chrono back up again.
A full Scotty also
there
on Shad, so we'll be able to reduce a bit of that healing.
And he is going straight in for the refresher afterwards, knowing how important these chronos are.
I like it.
Raj. Yeah, does he have to always be like the second one in now, do you think, on the Faceless Void?
Second or third? It all depends on what he sees. It's tough to say, really, just straight up. Because, like, Mars probably wants to be the first one, but it can be the Lesh who just runs in sometimes. But if Shad sees, like, an opportunity for a huge chrono, right? So,
yeah.
A bit tough to say.
I guess that's fair. Oh, my God. I didn't even realize Devi Lama, he's almost got a refresher himself. That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely will be good to keep the Slark inside until there's a BKB, which he does have now. But that could definitely be a little bit of an effective thing. But it's still the Enigma is the king right now, like with this BKB. Yeah. So all about positioning, and if they get the initial jump on Hustlers, it feels like, and if they identify that Blink BKB is there.
Yeah,
which I think they should.
Yeah, I feel like it should be known at this point. They saw some of the items in his inventory, but. Shad in the mid lane. They're in an awkward position here. The wraparound coming in. Noob, Kaori, the first two to spot him. They drop down a ward, immediately run back from Hustlers. Moonlight Shadow. But they're going to have vision. These sentry wards down. They try and D-ward one. They've got really good vision, but Devi just jumps in and finds him. Mirage right on top of him, Kaori, but he gets the supernova off. And now the lasso connects, pulls him into the black hole. Chrono not available, but the BKB, Shad, he actually able to survive through it. Okay, no black hole now, and still have Chrono available. TA2000 jumps in, turns around, finds that Chrono, but immediately he's away from him. And do they have anything to bring him down in time? Oh, trying to escape, trying to control TA2000. They don't quite have the damage, but they bring down Whiter. So 3 dead. And Ooredoo Thunder, they went in a bit too far without Black Hole.
Great aggression coming out from the side of Devi. As you said, sometimes the man just jumps in and finds targets. Yep, finds the Phoenix almost instantly inside of the fight. Great little grab there coming out from him. And then Enigma panics because he was standing on top of Phoenix. Pops BKB, looks for this type of play to go for Black Hole. They get a connection, but the BKBs are active. They don't have the damage to go through it.
Right. Yeah, in a way, almost like, even if it's not a great arena or they can't get the kill on the Phoenix, forcing those other bad skills to get used ends up winning them the fight. And now Roche is available.
And they steal the gem too, right? I think Kaori had bought a gem just before all of this earlier, so huge opportunity here for Hustlers.
Can they do anything though? They're gonna see that Roche is being taken. Or he might have just been out of range. They definitely know now, and, well, maybe gonna look for a dive, but the spear comes out, and Divine Llama says no. Will be able to cookie and get him out of trouble, but now the jump forward, Alex on top of him. They follow up. They've got him in their sights. Are in trouble, going to get, well, jumped upon. TA2000, though, looking for the turn. Shad's right on top of him, still has that Aegis, obviously. But, well, they kill off TA2000's courier, and now they get the refresher from Divine Llama. Does have mana, but doesn't need to even drop the arena for that. Instead, they go for the freaking Enigma. They're going to eventually turn back there after killing off Kaori and reset the fight.
Great aggression. I mean, Cookie ends up dodging the initial arrow combo, but ends up hitting Omar, and then Hustlers just full out run in there. This is without Chrono that they're looking to take these fights. Also playing versus no Black Hole, of course. Really good aggression coming out from them again. And huge money now into their bank. I believe Mirage has a full Hex, so they will have that further catch for the Slark. And Shad actually opted away from Refresher. He actually has a full Mjolnir in the team fights now.
Okay. Yeah, more damage. Seems pretty good to me. Now, there is still a window. I guess not, because Chrono's back up again. So, yeah, they can hit this kind of perfectly.
Yep. Black Hole's back up, but Chrono's back up as well.
Scotty really completed, but an 11,000 gold lead now. And also, I just noticed this, TA2000 doesn't have his shard yet.
No, I thought I saw it on the courier when it was coming up, but he didn't actually opt for it just yet. Just wants to be more playing around himself, because it feels like he just needs more and more items to actually be able to do the damage. Because these heroes just keep getting BKBs off. It's like the Black Hole is there, but where's the physical damage? You know, it's only the Slark who's really dishing out the majority of it. And then there's a Guardian Angel sometimes too. So yeah, not easy for him to itemize.
No, it's definitely tough. And, well, without able to punish these big ultis, the Chronosphere, the Mars Arena, and Refresher cooldown, they're going to need to find something else here. And trying to set up on where they anticipate Mirage is going to be. He is coming back this direction, but smoked up. Smoke does not break. It does now. Might realize that there are heroes in the area, but no, he's just going to TP back to the team.
They're playing so well as a unit. Like this, the team movements right now from Hustlers are just so fast, the way that they're swinging across the map. Using Moonlight Shadow really effectively also from Alex. A great game so far from them. Now, Alex 4-1 and 14. Like 18 of those kills have been involved from him. Really nice arrows.
That's been crazy. He's gotten a ton of gold for it too.
Yep.
Top of the supports, almost caught up to the Enigma in terms of farm.
Yeah, perfect itemization, really. Like not really needing to deviate too far from anything. Lotus to dispel either the Varus Vessel or whatever little type of things, Malphus, etc.
If they do decide to sort of all-out push, you can even throw it on Mirage when he's trying to just edict down towers.
Yep. Refresher back up in 5 seconds. Hustlers ready to keep it going.
Well, Fogged, it is a significant lead for the Hustlers, who have kept the aggression going, but at the end of the day, you're playing against Batrider, you're playing against Enigma. It feels like if there's an overextension, that could be punished still.
Just don't overextend.
There it is.
There you go. Play it careful. Don't need to force too much. You've got a really good window. You've got a great lead. You do have that Void versus Slark matchup that they did pick the Slark into. So Shad, he's feeling good.
Ooh. And everybody trying to coalesce around TA2000 and see if they could catch him out, but it does not look like they're going to be able to run into him here. Although, ooh. All right, he saw there for a second the Stormcrafter lightning bolt and had to run away.
Not able to farm, though. This is downtime. The TA2000 cannot really sit back with. He has to go bound and farm. He needs this next item. Like, honestly, there's just not enough damage. And without... Oh, did they actually have the glyph? They didn't actually
Didn't even need to. Okay. TA2000 jumps pretty far out of there. But, I mean, he didn't even get to finish the creep wave.
Nope. He's not getting any opportunity to farm as Shad. 15 seconds on the Aegis. Tries to get a bit of damage.
Man, that's crazy. They didn't even glyph the creep wave there for that.
I know, right? I thought he was just going to turn and hit the creep, but I guess he's probably thinking to himself, they're definitely going to glyph this if I go for the creep. So
And they might
the
have.
mind games.
Who knows?
The mind games.
Well, for now, at least, Faceless Void waiting because Refresher is just a couple hundred gold away for Shad.
Good
as the
Lord.
rest of it on the Courier.
Now he can always be the answer to Black Hole if they don't just survive during it, as we have seen now a couple of times.
Right.
He kind of just throw the chrono a lot more liberally.
Although they could also just, chrono the Faceless Void. That's easy, right?
Chrono the Void.
Or chrono the Enigma.
I was like, what?
Black Hole the Void. That's the one.
I was like, what? I mean, he's definitely chronoing himself, I hope. Yeah, he's got options.
my
Now he
God.
can just commit it on the Enigma. So maybe initiations on Ooredoo might be like they just need to get like the perfect initiation, but not easy with the way that Hustlers been playing. Just all together always. I feel like they literally are just hugging each other, but still playing very effectively around the map.
Yeah. And they might even wait for the next Roche. I mean, again, for this point for D2 Hustlers, if they're looking for their Division 1 berth, they need to win this series because the rest of the teams have a couple of matchups up that are against a couple of the teams that are in the bottom of the table. This is one of the ones that they have to find a victory against to try and force it for these tiebreakers, because there's so many teams right now that are going to be stuck at that 4-2 mark. It'll be 5 teams in contention for it. And of course, for Ooredoo, they would love to win this because it would put them in a pretty substantially, significantly good position. But it's not a must win as much as it is for the D2 Hustlers right now.
Absolutely. This was the highlight for me of all the games, to be quite honest with you. I was really looking forward to watch both these teams because Hustlers they've been on the rise, they've been looking good, and Ooredoo have just looked good constantly at the back of Noob and TA 2000.
Well, we'll see what the next couple of minutes bring us as they buy the Tome for Mirage. He is almost at 25 with Blink Hex done.
Scary boy.
Yeah.
He might just solo kill people pretty easily. If he just gets the Blink Hex stun with Pulse, most of these heroes can die, even the tanky cores.
True. That's a problem. And not quite at it after the Tome, but pretty close as Noob is pushing out this bottom lane, immediately TPs out after, and Mirage is going to go try and clean up the creep wave. But they have a nullifier completed. So, as we talked about, decides not to go for the shard, playing for his ability to just kill off individual heroes.
Yeah, needs it versus the Guardian Angel. The BKB plus GA, no one takes damage, has to have an answer. So let's see if he's able to do it here, because pretty big deficit that they're playing against here, and feels like most of the damage is going to be coming from him, and it feels like the game is going to be pretty reliant on Wouter hitting a pretty massive black hole at this point. As Hustlers, they've got their lanes in a good position. They're going to look to swing toward this Roche area and toward their vision.
I don't know if you saw that one, by the way, but it is enough gold for a refresher for that Enigma. So yeah, Waiter, he's gonna have it also. That could be a game changer. Buying enough time for it in this next Roche, where it might all come down to.
He has to be a little cautious with his mana usage, though. If you look, it's 500, so it's 1350 just with that. If he doesn't have Arcane Boots, could be problematic. Noob, he's caught.
He's just caught. Does have BKB, but the Hex was there. Oh, that one really hurts. He is going to have about 20 seconds between his respawn and when Roche is up. So they won't have the Batrider.
I like that Devi, it's no funny business. He just refreshes, throws the second spear to keep the lockdown. He doesn't want to miss out on the opportunity of this kill. So perfect kind of grab to allow Mirage to catch up.
The scan comes out. They know exactly where Ooredoo Thunders is. Actually, the arrow even hits onto the Slark of our heroes. And immediately he backs away. But into the Roche pit, Alex is waiting for it. They've got that 25 for Lesh. It will drop so quickly. Again, about 20 seconds from when Roche respawns until the bat's back up.
Such good ward coverage in the area here now, too. It's Devi.
Tries to get out of there. TA 2000 forced to pop the BKB. No BKB for this fight. Everything coming together for Hustlers here. But Shad leaves the Roche pit right as Roche respawns. Will they go check it again? It looks like he's going to head back in, see that it's up, and they're going to try and take this. 10 seconds until bat, though.
It's a big one, too. It's the Ags.
Oh, man. Are they going to try and take this fight? I feel like they have to get out there, but they're not going to be able to get there in time, I don't think. It's too quick. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. Oh. A couple of seconds extra time on the respawn there for Roche, and they might have been able to take that fight.
They're still smoked looking for it, but these fights, they're getting harder and harder. It feels like all the pressure on Wheater. Amazing, honestly, Devi. You know, we said he had to come in clutch in this game. He absolutely is doing so. A couple of these grabs have been perfect. That top one in particular kind of blow this game open. Has felt like it's been in comfortable position for Hustlers for quite some time, but either way, he's getting these perfect grabs. Love his itemization. Nothing fancy, just something standard, but standard is what they needed. Well, and now they get the Aghanim Scepter on the Lesh. It's even a further advantage than they had before. Granted, there still is that, danger of the Nullifier with the Nihilism, not mattering as much, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, definitely. So I have to kill him. He's going to be the main target of where the Omni Knight's saving now, because Shad has the comfort of the Aegis, so yeah, not easy to bring down Mirage whatsoever. I haven't really talked too much about Angel, but it's quiet. When you're Omni Knight, you're not really like this flashy kind of anything, but I like his itemization. I think I've seen it a couple times where I see people like overdo it with like Lotus Orbs and stuff like that. All about positioning. He's got Blink, Force Staff. That's all he needs. He just needs to be there to be able to get his spells off.
Nope. The exact same place that they found him before, waiting for it. Arrow comes out. Perfect placement from Mirage, from the Hustlers, and they're punishing him. It started in the laning stage, and it's continuing here. Damn, dude.
Mirage is having an insane game. Like you said, like the lane, I haven't seen Lesh kind of own a bat like that in quite a long time, and then all of his plays have kind of connected perfectly. Except that, like, the one around Roche, but that one wasn't really his fault. It was TA2000 doing a good job. But, yeah, this Lesh, you see why they opened the draft with it for sure. Absolutely. And now even going into the Blink Dagger for the Faceless Boy. I haven't seen that one in a while, but wants to get into the Swift Blink afterwards. So, Shad dodges some of those spirits, heads in towards mid to keep those catapults alive, and well, they will force out the glyph. Walks in, Black Hole already used. Does have Refresher though, so might just drop it for a second round here. And in fact, they can't quite catch him with the spear. Try to bring him down. TA2000 right on top of him, but can they kill him off in time? The Lotus, everything, trying to keep Shad alive. It doesn't happen though. Hustlers, did they go in too far? The control is there now. On to both. The spear, it was huge. The stun connects. TA2000 trying to bring down Mirage. Can they do it though? This Lesh is so damn big. And TA2000 manages to get out. Mirage barely able to escape from that one, but does barely get out. And that's the answer for an Aegis. And it costed them everything, though. Noob even buying back toward the end. That's double Black Hole and a lasso to kill this Void. That was pretty crazy how they just commit onto him there. Really nice spear from Devi. Actually holds back TA2000 to perhaps, honestly, probably saving Mirage. That looked really close to maybe Mirage even going down. Pretty cool jump there from Ooredoo Thunder. Literally everything, like absolutely everything. And if you saw the Enigma, he's carrying mangoes. So his answer to not having enough mana is just popping triple mangoes when he gets the jump off after Refresher. Yeah, and it was a good try from Devi Lama to see if maybe he could catch him in between the Refresher BKB, but absolutely playing it as safe as they could. Although TA2000 now in some trouble. Devi, can they chase him down? Blink off cooldown, 2 seconds. I think he gets out. He's toying with them a little bit with Arcane, as we do see that win probability, 96%, but either way, Ooredoo are able to at least slow that down a bit. They're taking out Shad. Yeah, that's the thing that I kind of wonder about now. Obviously, you try and find a window like when Roche, or when they don't have, Refresher or what have you, but the fact that they could still take down Shad there, a little concerning maybe. Yep, oop, tries to go for Courier, doesn't quite connect. The Aeon Disc will make its way away. I'm wondering if someone buys like just some random basher. Yeah, like a Rebuke, a basher. He's not going to get in range, but not going to be the case. Obviously, it's a pretty big pipe dream for them to ever get that kind of opportunity out to Weeder.
I want to see Alex get an Abyssal Blade. I'm ready.
If only it was the old Abyssal.
True. That was the best.
That was not the best. That was the
Yeah,
worst as a support. All the core players just abyssaling me from 5,000 range.
Do you know what my favorite build was? It was the SF Abyssal Blade in the off lane. Oh, that was so nice.
Arcane Blink Abyssal. Yeah, oh god. Never bring it back, please. No range
That was
Abyssals.
so sick.
So now, other thing is, they were able to kill him when they full committed on him last time, right?
Okay.
He wasn't yet 25. Now he's 25. He's got backtrack. They almost didn't even kill him at that last time. So I think this
True.
maybe could make the difference to just allow him to survive in the fight.